Hi, everybody. So, I'm Peter, and this is Felix. He's my assistant. I just wanted to give you guys some general kind of feedback that will apply to a lot of you. When you get your grades for the first assignment, you'll see that I also recorded individual comments for each of your assignments, incorporating feedback. So you'll get specific feedback there, and it's available on the website as an MP3. So if you have any difficulty playing it, let me know, and I can kind of go over the gist of it with you by phone or by email, etc. But I find that to be a really helpful way of giving feedback. But obviously, if you have any trouble playing it, let me know, and we can find some other way. But I wanted to make some general pieces of feedback that I think will apply to a lot of you. So, generally speaking, with this first assignment, I think that the biggest problem that folks had, if they had a problem, was answering the question that was being asked. So the chief asks a specific question, and that question is, why is it that in poor neighborhoods the residents complain that the police are being overzealous, and in the rich neighborhoods the residents complain that the police are not doing their jobs, even though we were going to assume as a fact that the police are behaving the same way in both neighborhoods. So some people speculated that maybe the police treated the poor residents worse and the rich residents better, but that's kind of going beyond the scope of the assignment. The assignment asks you to assume that the residents were treated the same, or at least the police behavior was the same, which means that the whole issue is about the expectations and past experiences of the residents. So that the poor people might have different expectations and past experiences than the rich, and those will shape their perceptions of police activity. So even if the police are doing the same thing, their actions are being interpreted in different ways. So that's the first kind of big piece of feedback for a lot of you. Another is that many of you conflated race and poverty. And while it's certainly true that you could have that there are many poor people are racial and ethnic minorities, and many racial ethnic minorities are poor, that's not always the case, right? You certainly know that there can be wealthy people who are racial and ethnic minorities, and there can be poor people who are white. So there's not a perfect one-to-one correlation in the way that a lot of you treated it. So, and that's something just to keep in mind, to keep in mind what assumptions you're coming into the assignment with, and try to watch out for those things. Because on the one hand, it oversimplifies the issue by treating two things that are in fact different as if they're the same, right? Because again, race is not the same thing as income. And on the other hand, it overcomplicates the issue because the question was just about income. And by bringing race into it, now all of a sudden the question becomes much more complicated. So try to limit your discussion to what the assignment is actually asking you for, and don't go too far beyond it. Right? So some of you spent a fair amount talking about recommendations that you would make to the chief, and while those things are certainly fine, they go beyond the scope of the assignment and what Professor Jeslow is asking for. So try to limit the scope of your response to what specifically the assignment was asking for. Okay, so as I mentioned, in all of your feedbacks, please reach out to me if you have any questions. You can call me, email me, text me. If you have any trouble doing that, send one or more of the above, right? So if I don't get back to you, within 24 hours by email, text me or call me, and I'll definitely get back to you. I thought that so some of you will hear Felix in the background of your feedback, so I thought you guys might want to see a face to a voice. But otherwise, I look forward to reading your responses on Sunday when you post them at 11. And if I did give you a 3, again, that means that I'm asking for a rewrite, and the rewrite is due Sunday at 11. Again, any questions, please contact me, please call me, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks. Bye.